Now, there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on between Dolton, Illinois, with Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the township that she's the supervisor over, Thornton Township. There's been many battles, and we've seen videos where a lot of the Thornton Township residents and officials there have been getting at Tiffany Henyard and been lighting her up. And we've all seen the embattled mayor go back and forth with the trustees and the people of Dolton. But what we didn't see at times was the clapbacks that Tiffany Henyard had when it was her turn to speak. Now, I've been telling you guys that her becoming the supervisor of Thornton Township, to me, I saw corruption. They were already corrupt. When she came in, she fired Stephanie Wiedemann. All hell broke loose. And I kept saying, how did she get in that position in the first place when she wasn't qualified? But we're going to see what she said about Thornton Township and Frank Zuccarelli in this video. Because I'll preface it by saying, I think that she should be taken out of office. I don't think that she should be the mayor at all. But what I want to show is some of the clapbacks that she had and some of the conversations that's being had between the city and the township. So let's listen to Tiffany Henyard from here. Check this out.
Because y'all don't want to do the research. Y'all keep listening to people and no one's showing you fact. They keep telling you fiction, fake story, fake news. Like, for real, stop. But go check, guys, if you really want to know the truth so you can understand what it is that we're fighting over. I'm basically fighting against the devil, the evil spirits. I'm the good spirit, they the evil spirit. Because I never see nobody try to tear down people this much. We in the news every single day. Y'all, if y'all ain't got it, I don't know what to tell you. I am a black single parent. And I get beat up on every day because y'all want what Frank Zuccarelli had. He been here for 30 years. 30 years, I ain't see y'all question none. I ain't see y'all show up. I ain't see y'all make no noise about nothing that been going on in this township. It's a lot. But no one said nothing. Everybody was sitting on mute. But now, all of a sudden, everybody got something to say. Why? Because the person, the little engine that could have got the seat, the one y'all didn't see coming, got the seat. I understand. People get upset because when it's not the typical way, and it's a way that God, because only God can place you where he wants you at, no matter what y'all trying to tear down, you can't tear down something that God gave to you. So that's what the issue is right now. So this is my way of trying to educate the public or people here. But go and research things before y'all start believing the hype, because at the end of the day, they'll make you believe in something that's really good for you, and you'll tear it down before that you see the good opportunity in it. I'll say that. I'm just trying to make sure that y'all feel it. Next on the agenda.
So in the township of Thornton, there's an elected official, Cassandra Elson. Y'all remember when she said she locked her out of the office? And she, she brought the news down there and she was showing how she was locked out and important documents were set out on a curve and different things. Well, Tiffany Henyard, well, first, before we get there, let's listen to what Cassandra Elson said about her being locked out and what she showed the world on what Tiffany Henyard was allegedly supposed to have done. So she's accusing Tiffany Henyard of making this happen. Check this out.
Can do anything you want to pretty much say or do to me, it's okay. But when you come between me and the taxpayers and the job that they voted me in to do, I have a problem with that. Still can't get in. So my office door is still locked. I have confidential, sensitive papers that were in a common area. Those are applications where the taxpayers have come in to file for their exemptions. So on these applications, you have a taxpayer's name, address, telephone number. Depending on which form it is, it could have their social security number on it. It has their household income on it. It has their ID attached to it, and those are exposed. And anyone could go past.
So with all of that we saw, Tiffany Henyard had a chance to clap back at this lady and Trustee Gonzalez in the Thornton Township meeting, and she wasn't having it. And she was saying, y'all blame me for everything. I had nothing to do with this, which a lot of us don't believe. But this is Tiffany Henyard's clapback.
So I'm putting the record straight so people understand what's going on.
No, that
So
ain't
hear it from
straight.
the horse's mouth and not from her or any bitter person or disgruntled employee. You're hearing it strictly from me. That is what's going on here at the township. Now, I'm gonna let Keith elaborate a little more about what is going on so people can understand what's happening. And news, stop writing about me and y'all ain't got y'all facts. Y'all wrote that I removed her from office and I did no such thing. I did not lock her out of no office. I don't even have a dispute with that lady. So I wish people stop lying on my name. And I hope y'all write that. That's for your record when you do write this article about me. Because you only come here for the mess. You guys do not come here for anything positive that has been done in this township, such as we got a whole surplus when there's always been a deficit here in the township. Y'all didn't write that, right? And then when y'all want to know the truth about the township, y'all come y'all bring my line about the theft that's going on at the township before I became the supervisor. But y'all not writing about none of that stuff. So stop. Keith, you got the floor.
Y'all remember when Tiffany Henyard wanted to raise taxes in Thornton Township? And she, all the mayors came together and they came against her. And they was urging Thornton Township residents to not vote for Tiffany Henyard. It got real crazy. And we saw that on Fox 32. She wanted to have like a $3 million surplus where she can create something for mental health in Thornton Township with Trustee Gonzalez, who was responsible for her sending the last vote in the last minute of even allowing her to be the supervisor of Thornton Township, where I see some corruption in that as well. But she wanted this $3 million to create a mental health awareness, a mental health situation in Thornton Township. And Trustee Gonzalez has said they already had that there. So we saw the mayors on the news speaking out against this. Y'all remember this?
Got a controversy over a tax proposal in the south suburbs. Some lawmakers are questioning whether the money will be spent properly.
Thornton Township trustees expressing concerns about that proposal moving forward. Dane Placco joining us live with what is giving them pause. Dane?
Yeah, a large group of South suburban mayors have now banded together to urge their constituents to vote no on a referendum that would give Thornton Township and its controversial supervisor, Tiffany Henyard, nearly $3 million in new funding. How many of the villages do you think are opposed to this?
The majority of them.
All of them. All of them?
All the ones that signed.
This afternoon, we met with the mayors of Markham, Homewood, and East Hazelcrest, who are among 11 South suburban mayors who signed that letter urging their residents to vote no to giving Thornton Township more money. It comes in the form of a referendum on next week's primary ballot that asks taxpayers whether they support a 0.15% property tax increase for the township that would go for mental health services. If approved, it would raise nearly $3 million in new taxes, roughly $200 a year for a home worth $200,000. But the mayors say Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard has not explained exactly how that money will be spent. And they point to our reporting on Henyard's spending both as Township Supervisor and as the mayor of Dolton, including thousands of dollars for trips out of town, using police for a personal security detail, massive amounts of credit card spending, and public tax dollars funneled into a charity in her own name.
That would be something that my constituents would ask me, is that, Mayor, can you explain what this is about? And we would communicate about that.
Do you know what it's about?
No, I don't.
How much money is going to actually be generated? Where's the mental health facility going to go? And what actually are they going to do? She's never communicated to any mayor that I'm aware of. And that's really our concerns is, what is she going to do with this pot of money that she's going to get?
Well, with all that being said, in Tiffany Henyard fashion, she wasn't going for that, and she decided to clap back. And at the Thornton Township meeting, she let them have it. And she went in on how she felt about it and what was basic. Listen, no shenanigans. Let's listen to what Tiffany Henyard had to say.
And as it relates to the referendum question, the thing that the gentleman spoke about, it's a shame that people are so brainwashed, hoodwinked, and led astray that they will sit here and say, oh, I'm glad we voted down. That's a shame. I feel bad for you. You should be ashamed that you are sitting here commending something that we need for our black and brown communities. When you guys come here to Thornton Township, you asked me to help you with mental illness. We still have that. I don't care what nobody told y'all. It still exists here at Thornton Township. Just because certain people that weren't doing their job or that were just sitting here, what they call ghost payroll, don't work here no longer, does not mean we do not offer those services to Thornton Township residents. We do. Prime example, case and study. We had an incident with Calumet City, the Chargers, the football team. They went to a game. A whole shooting happened right in front of our kids' eyes. Guess who they called? It wasn't the mayor. It wasn't any of the mayors, for that matter, that signed that letter saying don't vote for mental illness. They called who? Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. And guess what I did? I pulled up, showed up, and showed out. I made sure everybody got therapy. Every single kid to this day still get therapy. But y'all don't talk about this stuff. Y'all let people just tell y'all, feed y'all stuff, and let y'all go and just run with it. Stop. I'm tired of my people being misled and getting up there acting a fool and got no facts on what you're talking about. So I wish people would actually come and learn it for themselves of what's going on at the township and not let people feed you poison so that you attack the people that's really for you. I am really for my community. They mad because they can't stop me. They mad because they can't compete with me. That's why they did the smear campaign. But don't worry, because every dog out their day. But I'm going to point it out and I'm going to let you know all the people behind all the mess and all the people that have been stealing at this township since day one. But they mad because they not here no longer. So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. You know, if you ain't seen that yet. And someone so young. Everybody got to understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're gonna do here at Thornton Township. And we've been doing a doggone good job.
And now we get to Stephanie Wiedemann. Y'all remember Stephanie Wiedemann? She was the executive right up under Frank Zuccarelli, who ran the township for over 30 years. And once Tiffany Henyard was elected, well, not elected, but put in that seat as the supervisor of Thornton Township, Stephanie Wiedemann was finished. She came in and got her up out of there. She was finished. Kaputz is over. She was not going to take that lying down. She declared war on Tiffany Henyard. And her and Tiffany Henyard has been at odds and have been at each other's throat ever since. Now, Stephanie Wiedemann is like the moderator of the Thornton Township meetings. And in this meeting, she was making things very hard for Tiffany Henyard and her lawyer. She was getting at her. It went something like this.
So, attorney, we're not answering questions, even though the original agenda was posted that way? It said, the original agenda posted says comments and questions. Well, you guys changed it today when we got to this meeting. Okay, you finished? Okay, again, my comment is public comment, so you can ask. The agenda posted, okay, attorney, the original agenda posted said questions and comments. I saw you look it up. I am correct, right? That the original agenda posted said questions and comments, correct? Because I saw you look it up on your laptop just now.
Well, first of all, I can look up a bunch of things on my laptop. That's the first thing. Second thing is I have absolutely no idea what was posted here at the township. I know what was sent over to me, and I don't know what I have in my hand right here. In my hand right here, it says comments. And
if you are the township attorney, may we ask you for help in getting our FOIA requests answered?
That's our personal attorney. I would love for them to answer questions, but I can't force them to do so. So if you would like to ask more questions, you can.
Well, see, again, Tiffany Henyard, she don't go for that. Because Tiffany Henyard said that there was a lot of corruption and Frank Zuccarelli was stealing money. And I told y'all when she got in there, she was going to get in there and shake some things up. Because it was already corruption. It was corruption as to how Tiffany Henyard even became the goddamn supervisor in the first place. They didn't want the vote to go out to the greater township. They put her there because they thought they can control her. And she came there and just went wild, right? But this is what she said about Frank Zuccarelli and his administration. Check this out.
I remember I told everybody when I first became supervisor here that the previous administration and some of them sitting in the crowd was stealing. Did they want to write that story? No, they did not. Because white is right. Y'all wanted to keep that on hush, but nobody would say nothing. But I did. But nobody in the media was saying anything. And I hope you're recording this, Lance and John, and put it in your paper. Because I'm still telling that story. So now that I created a Tiffany on the Move podcast to tell my story, since don't nobody want to pick it up, and I'm being attacked by the media left or right, I am telling y'all my story. And truth will be heard on the podcast because no one wants the truth to come out of what they did before me. But while I took office, when I took office, we done a great job. We have got allocated over $15 million, but nobody wrote about that, right? Nobody else went and got that more money than me. In the board here, we got $1 million to help the at-risk youth. We put them all back to work. We also gave out 80 scholarships up to $2,500. People have graduated and got jobs and will be working here at the township when they get out of school. But no one's telling you all the good things we do. Everybody want to make it like we're bad when they were bad. They were the one that had it before me and did nothing with it. Why was the number so low? Why wasn't they feeding people in the food pantry, but they were spending the money out of the food pantry, but wasn't feeding the people, right? But these all the facts and things that I'm gonna put out there just to lay the groundwork so people can know what to look for. Do not follow people because they so negative, because misery need company. That's what they need. So don't hang with people that ain't actually growing a community. Go talk to people that want to uplift the black and brown communities, the ones that's neglected.
So it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop there. Y'all remember the last board meeting in Dolton? How they was actually going crazy, going to war. Well, before they made the other trustee pro temp to come in, to basically come in and take over from when Tiffany is not showing up to board meetings. Y'all remember her and Kiana Belcher just went to war. Well, this is the stuff that's been going on in the township and in Thornton. In Thornton Township and in Dolton. It's been going back and forth with this embattled mayor, but she been fighting back and she ain't been laying down. This stuff is funny when you do the research and you see it. Like, she ain't running. She coming like they swinging, she's swinging back. But let's look at the verbal just war that they had at that meeting. Check, y'all remember this? Check this out.
Video down every time I get something. Order. That's why. I don't get it on video every time. Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down. I don't have to do it. Yeah. But at the same time, you say it's discussion. I asked you, did we get $6.8 million? You won't answer that. I'm telling you, these people, you can't tell me nothing. These people are emailing us about somebody else's property, talking about they want $7,000. These people, so when you sit here talking about what have I done, I don't have to sit here and videotape everything I do. But I know what I ain't done. I ain't commingled no money. I ain't stole no money. And I ain't going to jail. Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down. That's what I ain't going to jail. That's what I ain't going to jail. That's what I ain't done. You going to jail. Don't worry about it. Nah, because $6.8 million. We not getting. That's what I said yesterday. Because you ain't call your phone. The email said Tiffany Henyard responded and was gonna let me know this morning. So where's the response? All right, we gonna wrap it up. Bring it back up. All right, you don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. No, we ain't getting $6.8 million, and we ain't gonna get it. And she spent it before it came. Clerk, can you call the roll so we can move on?
I will say this in closing. I'll say this. There's been a lot of corruption. Tiffany Henyard should have never been in the position that she was in the first place. I know for a fact, I can almost guarantee you that the situation in Thornton Township was corruption at its finest. And they thought that they would be able to put her in that position where they can control her and she was shut up. And she came in, she fired Miss Wiederman, she fired another woman, and she started shaking things up and went the total opposite of what Wiederman, Gonzalez, and them thought that she would do. That's why she came in and said that there was corruption. These people were corrupt. Frank was stealing money. She come in snitching, doing everything and saying, y'all don't want a black person in the township. Y'all don't care if I run Dolton, but y'all don't want a black person in that township. This is what she was saying. So I figure they get a black face there so they can't say it's racism and expect that they can control her, but they couldn't because Tiffany had her own dreams and ambitions, and she was going to run wild in the town. And that's exactly what she did. She had her own dreams and ambitions. She took the ground running and did things the Tiffany Henyard way. You know, we already know what's been going on in Dolton. It's well publicized, her and her crew. We remember the police chief that got fired when he called things out or he tried to bring things to Keith Freeman's attention, and it went on deaf ears. We remember her staff, all of her staff members, everybody's calling her out. She has all these lawsuits. The lawyer quit. It's just everything. But Tiffany don't care. Tiffany's standing there still throwing jabs and ducking. She's ducking the hooks and the uppercuts that's being thrown at her. She's ducking them and she's swinging right back. Man, this thing is crazy, man. The feds is in there. She said she not sweating. She ain't going to jail. She told Belcher, I ain't going to jail. You going to jail. But she's corrupt. She has her stuff going on. She has a lot of corruption. But there was a lot of corruption already in both towns that put her in that position. They didn't like the old mayor in Dolton. They didn't like it. Tiffany. Why did y'all want to back Tiffany Henyard? What made you want to back? I don't trust nobody in the township or the city. Jason House, why would y'all want to back Tiffany? For what? We already saw how she behaved before she even became the mayor. I seen the videos of the scandals and stuff that the mayors and all the people before that. That whole thing is just corrupt, man. But this is my video showing the clapbacks of Tiffany Henyard, man. It's definitely funny. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Street Media TV. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.